What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Yes Chef. I'm your humble host, as always, Big Chef Dro. So, as you can see by the title, coconut shrimp. I think coconut shrimp is not as popular as it should be because when you go out and eat it in restaurants, 95% of the time they're frozen in a bag, pre-battered, and it's just not a good look. And when some restaurants do try to do this from scratch, they really mess it up. Sometimes it's just too much breading. Other times it's just too sweet. But we're going to fix that problem for you. And this is going to become one of your favorite snacks to go to. Oh, we're going to balance out the flavor. We're going to make sure we don't thicken it up with too much breading. We are going to put coconut shrimp back on the map. You and I, together. So sit back and relax, family. Let's get into it. And as always, let's cook. I'm going to show you how to do a quick and easy coconut shrimp that's not going to be too sweet. We're going to balance that sweetness out, and it's not going to have too much batter on it to where you don't even know if there's shrimp in there. All you're doing is chewing on bread. So we're going to fix all those problems for you, and I promise you, if you ever do this at home, you'll never be okay going out eating coconut shrimp again. So let's get started. First off, let's go over the ingredients. Just for YouTube purposes, I'm going to fry up 7 pieces of shrimp. Now, these are the colossal shrimp. I think they are 13 to 16 or 13 to 15. So they're very nice sized shrimp. Of course, some are bigger than others. These particular ones have the shell on and the tail on, but they are deveined, okay? I always say get deveined, man. Nobody wants to sit there and pick over shrimp forever. Now, I have a cup of all-purpose flour here. And then I also have 3 large eggs. Now, if you're new to this channel, I usually use extra large eggs, but over the holidays, I got a Target gift certificate, and Target doesn't sell extra large eggs apparently. So I wound up getting the large eggs. So I have 3 of those in there. Will it take 3? Probably not, but just to be on the safe side. And here I have panko breadcrumbs. They're plain. And also in there, I have sweetened coconut flakes. Now here is the packages, and the panko comes in different brands. You decide on which ones you want. They come seasoned. There's Japanese style. This is the one I chose because that was the first one I saw. No big deal. And then I have the coconut flakes. Not a lot of options for the coconut flakes sweetened. I've seen people do it with the unsweetened coconut flakes. And at that point, I'm like, what's the purpose? Because when you think of coconut, it's that taste, that sweet coconut taste that you think about. Why would you make coconut shrimp without sweetened coconut? It makes absolutely no sense to me. It's called coconut shrimp. You need to taste coconut shrimp. With that being said, so I have a cup of panko in here, but I have a cup and a half of the coconut flakes. Now, why? Why did I do that? Because it's called coconut shrimp. I should have more coconut than panko. Panko is going to give it that crispiness, that crunch. It's going to give it that texture, but the flavor is going to come from the coconut. That's why it's called coconut shrimp, folks. Okay, so let's keep going. I have a half of a tablespoon of pepper, just a half of a tablespoon. I have 1.5 tablespoons of sea salt. I have 1 tablespoon of granulated garlic. And then I'm going to throw in a little tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of paprika as well. Now, why am I doing this? I want to balance this out. I have had coconut shrimp where it was like, I don't taste nothing but coconut. That's not a balanced flavor. If you are new to this channel, please understand the way I cook is I cook balancing flavors off. I don't want one thing to overpower any dish. There has to be a roller coaster ride in your mouth when you're eating. And that's what I'm showing you folks how to do. So I also have some water here. This is about a cup. I'm not going to use a cup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this into the eggs. What I have found is when you put combined water and eggs, it allows you to not have such a thick crust or thick batter or whatever. It allows you to have an airy consistency to your product. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just dump all of these ingredients, these spices into the flour. And then I'll give it a little stir. And so this is going to provide some different flavors to offset that coconut flavor. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm going to butterfly these shrimp. So, but I want to keep the tail on just for presentation purposes. Okay. Now, so I'll take this notch that is right here. See, there's another piece of shell here. So I took this notch off and kept the tail on. And with this one, it just comes right off. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to cut it down a little bit more without going all the way through. And you want to be careful. And you can lay this down and do it. Listen, I've been doing this forever, so it doesn't bother me. Don't do what I do. Like my mama say, don't do as I do as I say. Now, there's a little bit of this little spine or whatever underneath the shrimp, and I'm going to take that out as well. All right, so I got that out, and I'm just going to lay it flat like that. So when it cooks up, this is called butterfly coconut shrimp. So I'll do all the rest of them. Let me do just one more for you so you can kind of get the understanding of what I'm doing. So I'm holding on to this last little piece of shell on the back of the shrimp. Take it off. And I got these from Walmart. Walmart has, these are called super colossal in Walmart. Now, I've seen coconut shrimp done, with the little shrimp. They just don't butterfly it. They just drop the whole shrimp in there and, put the batter on it and do it like that. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You do what you got to do. All right. So again, that little piece is in there on the bottom. I don't really, I'm not a fishmonger or anything of that nature. So I don't really know if I don't really know what that is. Put it like that. I don't really know what that is, but let's get it out of the way. How about that? Let's get that all out of the way. All right. All right. So now that's all butterflied up. When you serve it up, it's going to be nice and flat. It's going to cook up really fast too, because it's so flat as well. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just cut the rest of these up. And once we're done, we'll be back. All right, fam. So I have all of the shrimp butterflied. I'm going to move this to the side along with the flour and the coconut and panko. And we're going to concentrate on this. Now, again, I used to use milk and a lot of different things, but I found out that it really bogs it down. It really makes it too thick when you go to fry something. So I started using water, and I found out that water is a better solution to a egg batter, a egg base rather, than the milk or the buttermilk or whatever. So what you want to do is you want to beat these eggs until they become frothy. You need to allow a lot of air to get in there, and beat them however you need to get them frothy. What you're doing is you just want to kind of break these eggs down. You don't want them to be as thick as they are, and that's what beating them will do. So once I'm done with that, we'll be back. All right, so I have them. You see the frothiness on there. So I'm going to go ahead and thin it out. I have a half a cup, but I'll probably use just half of that. Okay, and I'll mix this in here. And that's going to really make for a thin egg wash. And so when I take it and dump it in after I put the flour on it, it's not going to be clunky and so thick. It's going to have a nice, you'll get everything that you need out of it without the thickness. So let's go ahead and let's dress these shrimp up real quick. All right, folks. So let's go ahead and get these shrimp off in here. Now, I stopped putting paprika in flour when I do, when the flour is the last thing that I put on before I put it in the oil. It's because of the color. But with this, I'm going to have the protection of the panko and the coconut, so it really doesn't matter, and it doesn't take long for shrimp to fry up. It's literally a couple of minutes, and it's done, especially since it's butterflied. So that rule doesn't apply to something that cooks as fast as shrimp. All right, so we're going to get these nicely coated. So now with this seasoning is going to adhere to the shrimp. And so you're not going to get a lot of this sweetness overpowering the shrimp. You're going to get a nice balance. You're going to get that saltiness in there as well. All right. So I have them all pretty much dusted with the flour, and I'll just put them in here. And then into this. Now, with something like this, you want to take it and you want to squeeze it onto it. All right. You want to make sure that it's going to adhere to it really good. So you want to squeeze it on there. Now, if this was just flour, there would be no need for that. All right. So let me do one more for you. Let's go ahead and put that off in there. Put that all around. Just squeeze it on there. Make sure it adheres to the shrimp. And you don't really have to worry about the tail. You're not going to eat the tail anyway. You're going to pinch it out of there. So it's really not a big deal. I don't want to burn these shrimp. They only take a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes to cook. So I'm going to go ahead and drop these off in there. Ensure that they're going to be a nice golden brown color. I probably had this oil up to about 300, 315. I didn't need it scorching hot. It's only shrimp. There's coconut. I don't want to burn it and make it real dark. I want to have a nice, crispy, golden consistency to it. So stop putting your heat up all the way. It's on medium. I didn't let it get to the point where there's smoke coming up because it doesn't make any sense to do that. All right. Now, look at how golden brown this is. And this is going to be done within the next minute or so because, again, it's shrimp. And this is going to have a nice golden brown color to it. All right, folks. So we're done. Didn't take long at all. Couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this paper towel. And don't let no bougie chef tell you can't use no paper towel, please. We've been using it for decades. This is what our ancestors taught us how to do. Everybody's been fine. Look at that. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That is so beautiful. Oh, that went back in there. So look at that, folks. Golden brown. This is going to be nice and crispy, nice and flavorful. We'll see you at the taste testing. All right, here we go, family. I can't wait to get into this. This is a nice snack. Hey, oh, by the way, got a little sauce to dip it into. What y'all know about that? Oh, man. That's that OG right there. That's that OG right there. So we'll go ahead and just dip a little bit into the sweet Thai chili sauce. I hope y'all can hear that crunch. Them panko breadcrumbs. Oh. And it's balanced. It's not a lot of breading. I can taste a little saltiness. Remember we did the garlic and the salt and such. And it's perfectly balanced. Oh, man. Oh. Folks, I hate to smack in your face, but that one there, that was a good one. So, that's it for this episode. I'm going to tear these up as soon as I turn the camera off. But before you go, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for tuning in to the episodes. You folks have been subscribing. You folks have gotten me over the hump. I am now over 1,000 subscribers. I have monetized the channel, and all I'm going to do now is grow it and get it bigger. And now, hopefully, if it keeps going strong, I can afford to continue buying this food now. So until the next time, folks, as always, thank you for watching. Peace. Thank you so much for watching this video. And don't forget, hit the like button. And if you want to be a part of the Yes Chef family, consider hitting the subscribe button. And don't forget, click the notification bell, and that way you'll stay up to date on all of our latest videos. Also consider becoming a member of my Patreon for up close and behind the scene content. And be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Thank you.